everyone. I am coming to you from beautiful San Francisco today in my hotel room, but I wanted to, I've been thinking about this a lot around how do you lead your team into the AI era, and I've had a lovely opportunity of being at the LevelUp conference over the last 2 days, and I tell you what, people there were all abuzz. Like, they are excited about the potential with AI task agents. They're excited about the capabilities they're seeing in the technologies these days. But there's also this interesting mix of emotions where, like, I heard several people say, hey, there's several organizations or functional areas within my organization that are trying to prove their value right now. They're scared from an overarching standpoint about what this is going to do for their work. They're scared around what is it going to do for their previous technology investments. So there's a good deal of, like, in nervous anticipation, I'll say, around the AI capabilities that are coming out, but it's also creating these interesting political dynamics within corporations right now. So I was like, well, how do we face this as leaders? Because our teams are going to hear this, feel this, and while it could be exciting, it also is going to take quite a bit of energy. It's going to take some very strong leadership capabilities to navigate through the coming years as these technologies continue to enhance our lives dramatically and very, very quickly. So my new book coming out is called Alice, Leading Change in the AI Era. And Alice was actually developed originally well before AI was common language. It was developed several years ago. But from my experience around leading teams in tricky situations, which I think this one is, right? There's a lot of emotion around it, and it's not only impacting us at work, but it's impacting us at home and in the global scale. So if you don't know what Alice is, let me introduce you to that first. So Alice is an acronym. It stands for Acting with Authenticity, Leading with Love, Inspiring Others, Creating Community, and Engaging Purposely. And what I have found in my adventures in corporate and now working with my clients is that these 5 areas really are game changers around how you can bring your teams along. Obviously, I go into it a lot more in the book, but let me give you kind of some highlights here. Acting with authenticity is all around, and we hear authenticity a lot, but it's all around making sure that you are being as real as possible, okay? So often there are leaders who are sugarcoating. There are leaders who are withholding information because they don't have all of the answers. There are leaders who are over-promising. And the leaders who are going to be more real about the situation, like, hey, I know I even have my concerns, or I even have my emotions, or here's what we know we're doing right now, but I would love to have a conversation about how we can work together to move through this next era of our lives. And those that can tell stories and be relatable, they're going to be more comfortable. Your team's going to be more comfortable with you because you're earning their trust, right? And they can see that you're imperfect, which we all are, but that you have an understanding of what their needs are and that you have an understanding of what's coming their way. The biggest thing that I see right now that leaders are doing that is not coming across as authentic is saying that jobs won't be impacted. And I know a lot of people don't like to talk about the job thing, but I mean, let's be real. We're seeing it on the news. And whether it's true or not, right? Sometimes companies use the next big thing to reduce their workforce. So, you know, as people are coming out and saying, I reduced my workforce by 40% because of AI, or maybe they're reducing their workforce by 40% because they're anticipating AI, maybe. But either way, we're seeing it in the news. And so what authentic leaders are doing right now is acknowledging it. They're thinking through how that's going to impact their teams. They're having conversations with their teams around, hey, what's the new skill sets that are going to be needed in this new AI era, that, there might be job loss, there might be job transformation, there's going to be a ton of new jobs as an outcome of the new AI era. So having those real conversations, it's going to help your team understand that you understand, but then it's going to help your team anticipate and prepare for the impact. Okay. Leading with love is the second one. And right now I will just keep it very simple for leading with love. Listen to your team, listen to others, synthesize the information that you're hearing from them. Make sure that your team feels heard. One of the basic human fundamental needs in this life is to be heard. If you can do that by leading with love, you are going to help your team tremendously through the next couple of years. Inspiring others is painting the vision of the future. And doing it in a really realistic way, being a great storyteller, as I mentioned before, but a leader who can anticipate what's coming our way and being able to articulate that into their teams. Again, it's all about trust. It's all about building the skill sets that are going to be needed. And that inspiration goes a long way when it comes to navigating these uncharted waters, if you will. Creating community is the C. Creating community is let's have open forums. Let's create a community where all of a sudden we're building a bunch of bots together so people can understand what it is and what it isn't. Can we have a community that just talks about what skill sets we might need moving forward? Or heck, build a community around a book club. I don't like whatever it is. Community goes a long way, because when people don't feel like they're going through something alone, it helps reduce stress, anxiety, nervousness, fears, and they know that they have people to lean on through the next chapter of their life. And then the last one is engage purposely. I really like this one because, as a leader, sometimes we feel like this is on our own shoulders. Like we are the only ones that can do this, and we need to hunker down no matter what and get it done. Now, to a certain extent, yes, you have a huge role as a leader of people, but there are other influencers that you can engage and activate along the way to help support your message, to support your team, to remove barriers from your team as they move forward. Those people, like, for instance, how many leaders have had conversations with your HR counterparts to say, what are you anticipating? What new skill sets are going to be available? Like, don't feel like you have to figure this out on your own. Make sure that you're leveraging your networks, your own communities. You're leveraging those influencers within the organization to build a coalition to help support your team. So that is Alice in a nutshell, in really the view of the premise of this whole conversation around, the dynamics that are going on in organizations today, the mixed emotions that people are having around agentic AI in particular, and hopefully Alice can help you navigate those waters successfully. So with that said, I am Amanda Prochaska. I am the Chief Wonder Officer of Wonder Services. I love bringing this content to you because, again, the more we share, the more community that we have, the better off we're going to be. So I hope that you found this information amazing, that you hit the like and subscribe button. And then we are also going to be promoting my new book, Alice, Leading Change in the AI Era. So if you want to get on the wait list, please check out the link below. Thank you and cheers.